Giants upset Seattle. I just read it. Giant upset in Seattle. That's bro. That game. I thought when I'm playing 2K with this guy Matt, right? And we playing some random wreck, and then the fumble six happens at the 1 yard line. It kind of gave me PTSD because that's how we lost against the Bengals off a fumble six at the 1 yard line. But when it happened, I'm like, no way that just happened. So that 4 o'clock window, you saw blocked field goals for touchdowns, fumbles, some pick sixes. Like you saw a lot of different shit on that 4 o'clock window. It was great, but they didn't get rattled. They were moving the ball very well against Seattle. And now this is it's a copycat league, so they saw what Detroit did. A lot of play action passing, a lot of running on early downs. And that's what they did. That's what Brian Dable did. So shout out to him. He coached a great game. And Devin Singletary didn't play with that kid Tracy, the undrafted back they got. He was doing some things. He was definitely moving and grooving. I don't know his stat line. I gotta look it up when he talk, but he looked explosive. And he looked like what I was trying to have say Devin Singletary, a good backup back, a good change of pace back, but he's not the guy you want every single time. And then Daniel Jones was running the ball too. So I thought, hey, they don't got neighbors. He's out with the concussion. I'm like, oh, this is a big Seattle spot. But hey, man.
Word. So I just looked at the stats. Damn, he had 118 carries for 129 yards, 7 yards a carry.
Bro, he
That's
was
crazy.
cooking.
Crazy kid. And then this is the first game with Darius Slayton showing up for the season. He had 8 catches for a buck 22. It's like, oh, you're alive, Darius. Like Malik Neighbors is taking all your shine. Like I was pleasantly surprised when I looked at the score. I was like, damn. Even after the fumble six, it's like, oh, they go right down the field again. The Giants' problem for the last couple of weeks, that they had the Commanders won, they just couldn't make extra points or couldn't kick field goals because the kicker got hurt. They had the Cowboys beat. They just settled for field goals instead of scoring touchdowns. If one of those drives ends in a touchdown instead of a field goal, they win. And then this week, if they were their offense is not offensive. They're able to move the ball. They just always shoot themselves in the foot with penalties or missing field goals or taking field goals anyway. This is the first week I was looking. I was like, huh, like Pleasant and Seattle. Except for that last, Geno Smith was running for his life productively. But they Kenneth Walker didn't really get anything going. DK was clamped up, and a second giant secondary for the most part again, only scored 13 points on them. Only had defense. The defense held it down. Like, I'm not saying the Giants are gonna make the playoffs with this win or whatever, but it's always good when the teams are like, what? Because the Saints lost. I'm not even gonna really. Okay, I have to talk about it, of course, and that's what power. A lot of people getting in here like talk because at the end of the show, Monday Night Football, National's gonna have a giant rant or whatever. It's fine. It's fine. But Giants 2-3, sticking around in that cluster of the NFC. I'm not saying make the playoffs or whatever, but just saying if they have an offense like this and they keep moving the ball, a lot of people thought Brian Dable was going to get fired.
They did.
But who knows? Who knows? I